Hey dudes, welcome back to another episode of our Rhomas Men's Team podcast. You are about to listen to one of our prior team meetings. If you ever want to join one of our live sessions that we have every Monday and Friday, head over to rhomas.com. That's RHOMAS.com and put your email in and we will send you a live link every time we record. We generally record on Mondays and Fridays. So if you ever want to be on the actual podcast, like we bring men up all the time to talk about their goals, talk about their obstacles, etc., head over to rhomas.com. And then also, if you want to help support the channel grow and also have access to exclusive content, book reviews, extra whiteboard sessions, etc., and some coaching sessions, head over to patreon.com and support us. We would love it. But if not, no biggie. We'll see you on the live sessions. Later, dudes. Enjoy this podcast.
Live, baby.
We're
up,
live.
Man? Chillin', man. How you doing?
I'm feeling good, man. But you are not. You got a sinus infection.
I'm all right. Yeah, but yeah, that is. I haven't had like any sort of cold or anything in a long time. So this it's annoying as fuck, man. But it's one of those things. It's just like, just push through it.
Yeah, you like blowing out your nose and spitting up and everything in the morning, like all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just I gotta just blow my nose every 15 minutes. That's all. Same old life, same old me. I just gotta constantly clear my nasal passageways of disgusting mucus.
Yes. I find that if I work out too hard too many days in a row and don't get proper sleep, like working out is a major factor. I know it helps build your immune system, but I do find that with weightlifting, I tend to get sick more often if I'm not being very diligent about my recovery time.
Yeah, I mean that could be. I was running I've been running a lot, and it was funny because I actually felt the moment it kicked in. I was recording we recorded our podcast Monday this week, and as I'm talking, I just felt that like pins and needles feeling in my sinus, and I went, "Motherfucker, it's coming on." It was just out of nowhere, it just came on to me, and I was like, "God damn it."
Now, do you feel the tingles or itchiness first in the back of your throat, or is it more like in the nasal cavity?
Mix of both. I just generalized the whole area as my sinus, but yeah, it was right in that area. I felt the feeling, and I went, God damn, and then
Yeah. So with the exception of COVID and getting like a pretty nasty flu or maybe even COVID in the beginning of the year last year, I haven't been sick in, I think, years. And yeah, like I can't think of anything. So, and I used to get sick all the time. Like every change of season, like clockwork, I would get sick every time. Now I've got a protocol, just like kind of like you were saying off camera here. But one of those major things is I immediately get an enormous clove of garlic and chew it up for like 20 seconds straight. Just make sure it's all crushed, and then like swish it around the back of my throat and my mouth. And I swear by it. Like I absolutely swear by it, especially if you feel it in your throat.
Yeah, dude, I used to do that actually. I got to start chopping the garlic again, man. I could have done that day one and probably reduced this big time.
Exactly. If you do it like not even day one, like yes, day one, but if you do it like minute 5,
Yeah.
that it just makes an enormous difference. There have been many times where I felt that and was going to bed. I was like, "Ah," and I never want to do it because garlic tastes like absolute hell. But every single time that I do it, there have been many times where I'm like, I'm definitely going to be sick tomorrow. Do that, and boom, good to go the next day.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why I fell off of that. I used to love doing that, and I swear by it. What I do now is I take a super hot bath. Like the day one, I take I think like they say 106 is like the hottest the water should be. So I let it hit like 106 and fall to like 105, and I just boil myself. And I swear to God,
Nice.
I always feel better the next day. I feel like, because that's what a fever does. It just heats up your body, so it kills stuff off. So I just induce a fever in a bath, and it's like,
Wow.
pretty tight.
You're like the lobster in Little Mermaid. Like I put in that boiling pot of water.
Well, dude, how was the week, man?
Dude, week was intense, but good. We put some major pitches to some pretty big investors this week. So the investment company is doing outstanding, and we're trying to get to that next level. So yeah, that's been my life over the last several months, maybe even several years. But trying to get into that next level, and this goes back to the discussion that Matt, that you and I had a couple weeks ago, that kind of hit a good nerve with the team on Some people just don't have the time, they can't work for free, like that whole discussion.
Mm.
And that can very quickly dovetail into almost like conspiracy type of conversation where it's like, oh, if you come from a certain place, they try to keep you down. Like you cannot break into the next upper rung of the economy or society because there's some invisible force, usually titled as they, trying to make sure you don't break through that membrane into the next level. And I think that's completely wrong or inaccurate. I do think I think for the most part that's wrong or inaccurate, but I do think there is resistance. I just don't think it's these evil people sitting behind, and like the Freemasons or the Illuminati, etc. Which, by the way, I used to be a Freemason, and it's not what most people think it is. But it is the market pressing down on you, if that makes sense. Like, of course, if you don't have a reputation, like let's say, for instance, for me, if I don't have a reputation of managing, $1 billion, which that's my goal on my mug, right? Like it's a difficult journey to get to that next level. Because let's say, for instance, for Matt, let's just say if you had $1 billion to invest, and I don't manage $1 billion yet, the probability of you giving me your money to invest is very minimal. If the competitive landscape suggests that there's 20 other people you could go to who manage billions of dollars, if that makes sense. So of course there's natural competitive forces, but that's why you have to earn it. But it is not somebody just saying like, nope, not going to let Wes advance. It's not that at all. Just the market.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I think something that undercuts a lot of this stuff is because you can go through and find, historical events that suggest that there have been, let's say, like systems of government that kind of do all kinds of weird,
Of
oppressive
course.
stuff, for sure. But it's also that I think the thing that undercuts all of that stuff is I understand what you're saying. I think it is true. It's like the chances that you're at the level where you particularly are being suppressed by the Illuminati is very slim to none because you're not on the radar. But even still, it's like, okay, let's assume that's the case. The choice that I feel like is the one people have to make or come to grips with is the whole thing of like attitudinal values. It's like, okay, say that is the case. What are you gonna do? Are you giving up? Is that it? Because it's one of those things where it's like it's one of those things that can let you off the hook, or it's like one of those things where like, dude, if that's so important to you, then like, okay, what kind of thing could you do against that? No, nothing. Not saying like
Right.
charging to the White House with a gun or anything, but it's like I feel like at the end of the day, no matter what your situation is, it has to be faced, endured, and creatively worked at. Or you can just say, it's just everything's fucked and it's rigged and it's impossible. And it's like,
Yeah.
sure, it's good. Your reality is going to reflect that for the rest of your life, and you might be wrong. So it's like, yeah, man, no matter what, even if you have a terminal diagnosis, it's like, okay, you're going to die in 6 months. That's certain. How are you? What are you going to do with those 6 months? How are you going to live it? And to be like, well, it's all futile. Okay, sure, if that's what you think. Or, you could make the most out of what that time is. But yeah, man, I do think it's I think it is a personal choice, and it's something I feel like it's almost it's an unacknowledged rite of passage for younger men to kind of have this kind of like mental wrestling match with the idea of this like blanketed force of like mysterious men with oceanic bank accounts who are suppressing them. It's like everyone goes through it. I went through it when I was younger. I saw the Ring of Power and was just like, what the fuck, and freaked out. And I had a younger person write me about it earlier, and it's like, dude, they're not stopping you right now. Like, that's not what's stopping you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're up
Right.
against an assistant manager. You don't need to worry
Yep.
about the military industrial complex. Now, if you want to kind of work at that level, for sure, go ahead and try to work for world peace. That's a whole different thing. But it's like, dude, I don't know. I actually had a thought during meditation like a couple of days ago. The idea of like real power versus the theater of power. And I think a lot of this government stuff falls into the theater of power. It's like, yes, they're powerful people in terms of the system you're inhabiting, but it's like, I feel like people forget oftentimes that like governments typically are run by militaries. And when you ask militaries, well, how do you establish power in an area? It's like, well, you cut off the food supply, disrupt communications, and, kind of go from there. So it's like, if people started organizing themselves around very basic things, okay, you don't like the government, grow your own food. Oh, I don't want to do that. Well, then shut the fuck up.
Mm.
Shut the fuck up. Then that's it. So it's like, I do feel like there's a, if people take that very seriously and if somebody believes that and starts their own compound, I'm like, yo, dude, do you? You're doing something that's
Mm.
cool. But to hang in this like nether realm of like, yeah, I kind of believe in that, but I also want to advance in society at the same time. It's like you're jerking off, man. Stop. It's like
Mm.
go full scale or don't go at all, dude.
Yeah, no, I can completely respect that, and yeah, to make sure that I'm heard correctly for anybody listening, I'm not saying that there's not examples of what we're talking about, of where there is a large group of people that are basically controlling the puppet strings that are not allowing to advance. Definitely, I'm just saying for me, I've never experienced it. It's always been like you're saying, the assistant manager or the immediate marketplace or whatever it is. It's like, okay, well then I can maneuver around that, and that's where judgment comes in. It's like, yes, hard work and smart work and judgment. Like that's what it takes. So yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with right now is how do we get to that next level of asset management? And it's been a great journey, and it's super challenging, and the dollars are getting larger in terms of expenses. So I told you last week that I give you guys an insight into documenting that part of the journey, and it's tedious as hell. And we will get there, though. Definitely, we will get there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on like the compound stuff, but I was thinking about that today. I'm like, yeah, just grow your own food. Like if people were to kind of cooperate around like ensuring a food supply for themselves and other people, then like that stuff people are like, if you want to rattle your stick at the Illuminati, that's they'd be like, whoa, people are ensuring their own food supply. That's the stuff that gets people who you think might be wanting to kind of like, control your life. But at the same time, again, it's like it's like that's like level 12. If you crush it so hard that you're like within the seat of Congress and you're like, then you can be like, yo, I'm being literally suppressed. And I guarantee there are power games that happen that get really ugly. But it's like, dude, like, what are you up to? Let's just work on negative thoughts at first.
Yep.
Can you overcome your negative thoughts? Can you overcome the overwhelming, almost unacknowledged fear that controls every decision of your own life that you impose on yourself? Worry about that first. And, that's like something I contend with all the time of like, the simplest tasks that I'll get held back on just because I'm like, I don't know how that'll look. That's a battle you can fight for years, dude, and you may make like serious progress in. But again, if you just want to kind of be like, I'm being stopped at the highest level, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, so anyway, man, how was your week?
Pretty good, dude. I was stopped at the highest level by this fucking sinus infection, but no, yeah, dude, I just, I just I was kind of striking the whole balance this week between like not completely letting myself fall off the rails because it's pretty easy, dude. It's pretty easy to be like, I'm sick. I should just take a week. But I ended up getting a good amount of stuff done. I'm happy. I got I made a lot of progress on the things that I wanted to get done. I didn't finish them. Well, I finished one of them, but I made a very significant amount of progress, and now I'm writing. I'm back to writing now, which I'm pretty happy about.
Awesome, man. Good stuff, man. Yeah, I wanted to bring up, I don't know if Jordan is available, but I want to see if we can put him in the hot seat today. I haven't seen him, but I really want to give him a big shout out because he threw something pretty vulnerable up there on the Discord this week. I don't think he's there, but if he is, if Jordan, if you end up listening to this, please let us know. We'll bring you on. Anybody who you think we should bring up on the hot seat, bud? Or if anybody wants to be put up on the hot seat, let us know in the comments.
I like going that route. So if anyone wants to jump in, jump in. Let me see. I have thinking about. Damn, here we go.
Hey, ASB. ASB, what is up, brother?
Yes, dude.
What's up?
ASB, it's been a while, dude.
What is up, man?
I'm killing it, man. Doing good at being an account executive. My life is great. Yeah. What do you want me to say?
Yeah. How was so you got promoted?
I got promoted about a month ago. So I am on target earnings, meaning like, your first month, because you're ramping, they make it as if you are on target anyway, and then I closed the deal. So I'm surpassed my quota. And yeah, it's more like I'm just learning a lot right now. Learning a lot. Yeah.
And then ASB, are you comfortable sharing? I don't think I know what field you're in. I know you're in sales. I know that part. But
yeah.
What are you selling?
I sell memberships to a community of salespeople that are mentoring, kind of like a group like this, actually, to mentor each other, share resources, knowledge, stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And is it so are you selling this sales membership, like this group, club, to other salespeople? Is that how it is?
Basically, yeah, basically. And with the promotion, my target is more like I go after people and I say like I'm selling the teams, like the corporate membership, rather than like individually, because that's not really worth my time. It's like, hey, you could bring like 12 of your managers and your own salespeople. So I'm talking to like VPs and CROs.
Got it. And if you could, I know this is putting you on the spot, but if you could say, here are the common strategies or tactics that I use, are there any that come to mind that you say like, yep, I do this all the time, or this is what's most effective?
Yeah, I mean, building rapport, of course, the first setting agenda. If you're talking about the actual call, 90% of it is asking questions and listening and diving deeper on these answers, right? Rather than most people fuck up because they give their value proposition right away. Like I give people an example, like, dude, if you have the greatest steak in the world and you can sell it for even 50 cents, like it doesn't mean shit to a vegetarian, right? So you need to understand, like, what is this person's need? Do they even have a need? Right. And then so it's 90% about discovery. The whole idea of coffee is for closers is completely outdated. Now everyone's like, dude, closing is overrated. It's all about your discovery. Right. The rest of it is the unsexy part. It's like following up, writing an email well, timing, things like that, being persistent. Because a lot of times, like, people will not respond to like the first 6 emails you send them because they're just super busy and you're not a priority. You're like a nice to have. But they don't. It's very rare you find someone who's like, yes, I have this huge problem, and you're like, I need your solution right now. That's not the case.
Yeah. Do you find that your persistence? Do you take the angle of like, I'm gonna send Wes 6 emails and know that he's kind of going to be agitated, or is it, do I come into a realm of respect because you've sent me 6 emails and it's finally like, hey, I'll return your call because you're so persistent? Or are you trying to entertain me so I want to call you back? Like, I think all 3 strategies work. What is your strategy?
Yeah, the last 3. I mean, I'm a funny guy, so the entertaining aspect is definitely a big part of my strategy. It's very rare that somebody's like, dude, I'm like fuck off. Right? Like scamming me. What you do is like, it's called a multi or omni-channel approach. So it's like, you've got LinkedIn, you've got text, you've got call, you've got voice. Voicemails are just there to get you like into their consciousness. You're not actually expecting them to respond to a fucking voicemail. Calls, emails, being persistent like that. Now, granted, it's not every day. There is a cadence, like there's a max limit. But yeah, you got to be persistent. These people have a lot of stuff on their plate. They generally have kids. So it's like, you're just not a priority. It doesn't mean you're bothering them. And that's an attitude that's like, it's hard to learn, but you got to learn it fast.
What do you get upset about then? Like, what's left to get pissed off about?
Honestly,
this is my question.
Honestly, like, dude, this is the only insecurity I really have is like, it's like I wish I had a bigger. Honestly, it sounds so stupid, like, to be like in my 30s and still think that, especially because I've been with so many women who have been with so many bigger guys that are like, no, like you're amazing, like whatever, like nobody moves like you, whatever, this and that. But like in my mind, it's always like this. It's always like, if I was like just a little bit bigger, like maybe be a little bit better, or there'd be like more things I could do and shit like that. And also because like I know, like when I was 19, like, dude, like my body, like it was like my blood, it was like my body's like crazy, like like so dealing with the insecurity of aging and knowing that like, like this is like, it's just gonna go downhill from here, and like, my testosterone, my libido is dropping like gradually. That's like what I'm insecure about. I wish I could talk more on this. I'd love to at some other time, but I do have to go.
All right, fair enough.
Wow, man, it's awesome. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah, of course. Enjoy, guys.
He mixes things up, man. That's why I love him.
You put me in the hot seat, dude. I feel like I'm sitting in the hot seat.
Let's see y'all.
ASB, later, bro. God damn, dude.
We have different lives, man. We
just came on like getting mad. Gotta go. Fair enough, dude. He's the best.
Fair enough. That's a perfect response to that. Fair enough.
Someone asked too, how did you suss out his dick size? He saw his dick, dude. They're having orders. They didn't suss it out. Seen it. Well, dude, I mean, dude, you want to talk about hitting a nerve. That's the nerve to hit, dude. It's like, are you tortured by your dong size? Yes or no? There comes a point where you just have to go, my dong is my dong. and just
That's
move
right.
on with your life. Because it can kind of torture you and fuck with you. If you're like just what he's saying, it's funny. I'm like everyone's smiling, nodding, like, oh, what a weirdo. Everyone in their head, for the most part, unless you're just like champing a humongous dong, is being like, I wish it was just a little bit. And it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things. As you get older, you're just like, this is my dick, this is my toe, this is my arm, and this is my dick.
Yep,
You're
that's
like,
right, man.
and we're
That's
just gonna
right.
push forward in life and do our thing. I love how Flocker's like, everyone's thought about the size of their bird once or twice. Once or twice a day or once or twice in your life? It's like, yeah, dude.
Well, and we got to give big credit to Flocker because he crushed his one pager.
Oh, dude, hell yeah. I read that thing. It was good.
Crushing it, man. So if Flocker, I think you're on. Yeah, you're definitely on here. Hell yeah, man. Keep on doing it. Then it's establishing, do you want to commit to the next level? Maybe another one pager, maybe putting together a video and all those types of things. But yeah, man, it's super cool to see you get that done. And he got it done the same day.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yep.
Also, too, it's like, even for, say you want to do something else, it's just nice to get that follow through, dude. That's something I'm really working on. Last night I did an ACT group for the acceptance and commitment therapy stuff, and dude, it's like I wanted to get it done within some sort of scheduled time, and it's like, life stuff happens, it starts to fall off, and it's like we did the third session last night, and it's like, let's just finish it, man. Let's just finish it up, and that way it's like complete. And it's like, I swear to just being in the habit of just finishing everything is huge, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, one little thing, this might sound weird, but one little thing that I try to make sure I do is if I start listening to a song, I have to finish it. Because I've noticed that if my brain's disorganized, like I'll play a song, let's say at the gym, and then I'll click to the next one, like, 20, 30 seconds in, and then I get into the scatterbrain effect. So it's like just these little micro doses of completion. If I'm starting something, I want to make sure I finish it. And if I can't finish the smaller things, how am I ever going to expect to finish the larger things?
Yeah, man. No, there's also something to be said for like letting a thing, when you finish a thing, it almost like processes it out of your brain. Because if I have like, say I start like 3 different writing projects and all this stuff, if I don't finish them, then I can't really focus fully on the things that I'm doing, because then I have that little thing that I didn't finish kind of kicking around in my brain. But yeah, man, that's been the focus right now of just like, and even during the day, this is like a little trick I'll use sometimes where I'll say like, all right, I have 3 things to do. What's the thing I feel like doing the least? I'm going to do that one first just to get it done. Otherwise, I put it off to the end of the day and go, day's about over. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yep. Is there any sort of time of day that you feel more productive than others, just naturally?
Morning.
Yeah, 100%.
When I first wake up. When I first wake up in the morning, I get stuff done. That's my prime time, I save like the administrative stuff for like late afternoon, because it's like I'm kind of winding down by then anyway, and I'll just put on some music and just do like kind of the more mindless stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah. I completely agree with that. It was nighttime for a while for me, but then I noticed when I started getting to bed earlier, and getting 8 hours of sleep, morning has been way more productive for me. Way more productive.
Absolutely. Also, too, Gunther just asked, how is the sticker stuff going with getting things accomplished? Dude, it was awesome. I did a whole month of it. And then as soon as I have one of the things I'm trying to do is refigure my morning schedule out. And when I was the first one getting up, it was easy. I'd go downstairs, blah, 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 blah. Now I get woken up at like 5:30 by Brittany, and then I fall back asleep. And dude, that's been throwing me off, because now like I sleep in a little later, so my bedtime's been a little later, and it's like my whole routine. Like I am getting stuff done, but like it's not in a as good of a routine as I like. So I have to go back to the calendar thing. So that's going to be April. I'm going back to the stickers because of March. I like kind of lost that. I fell off that on March, and dude, and here's what happens to me. I go, I'm doing well. I'm getting stuff done. I think I've like automated this. I don't need the stickers in the little system anymore. I don't do it for a week. Oh, I'm still good. And then it's slowly, my whole system falls apart, dude. That's what happened. Like, again, I'm still getting stuff done. I'm still like producing the things that I need to do, but I'm not getting that kind of let's say like fluidity and kind of solidity of having like a very kind of non-negotiable system in place.
Yep.
And a lot more uncertainty has entered my day, and it's like, dude, it just doesn't feel good, man.
Yeah. And that's why that's why I tell people all the time, like, my scorecard and our scorecard now that we all share, you'll go like we'll all go through that where it's new. So like, okay, I'm gonna do it because it's new, and then you do it, and then it's like, it's not so new, and then it's like, or I got this, like I
Yep.
got it, and then you let it go down, and then it's like, boom, all of a sudden 5 months later or 3 months later, it's like, oh shit, like I'm not doing any of that stuff anymore, and man, like that scorecard for me just keeps me on track. Like, so if you guys listen to this, I'd highly recommend download our scorecard and do it every single day. Doesn't matter if you fail at it every single day, but like look at it and check off that stuff because that is like automatically it gives you 10 to 12 wins right off the bat.
Yep. Yeah, and that's been my saving grace, man. The fact that I still, no matter what, will come down and meditate and journal my first thing during the day. That's why I've like been, because I've been trying to really pick like a very easy and streamlined thing I can do. But dude, like again, having those stickers, like you were saying, my stickers are basically the scorecard. It's just easier for me to do things that are like either handwritten than when I have to pull up different computer things that for some reason I just lose track of it.
Yeah.
But if I have like a manual thing I can write, it helps me big time. But yeah, dude, all my stickers are basically the scorecard just kind of put into stickers and like very specifically tasked with like work blocks. And yeah, dude, it's so funny how easy it is to fall off when you just kind of like budge an inch and you're like, I don't need to do that anymore. It's like slowly but surely, my days started. I started getting more of those moments where I'm like, all right, what am I doing here? What's going on now? And it's like when I'm doing like the scorecard stuff, that doesn't happen.
Oh yeah. Well, I can say that with the guys who show up for the workout and for the Rhomas workout, and the guys show up for the Rhomas scorecard, and then we do this, like right off the bat, that's 3 hours of productivity. Like I don't have to think about it. There's nothing that I have to think about in terms of decision making on what am I doing. So wake up 5:45 in the morning, get to the workout by 6, done the workout by 6:50, 6:55, do the scorecard with the guys, get done 10 to 12 things right there, and then do the podcast with you. Boom. All of a sudden 3 hours without any decision making whatsoever.
Yeah, man. No, absolutely. It's a huge difference. So that's the one thing I'm really trying to do. And the thing I got to figure out is in the morning I have Maya. There's like a gap between Brittany leaving and the babysitter, so I have Maya in the morning. So it's like sometimes I can sneak down and get work done. Sometimes she's awake, so that's like not a definite. So what I do is I kind of just like I'll wake up and I won't look at my phone. I'll just do some like light reading or something, and then 8 o'clock is my whistle, and then I'm like boom, I'm doing all the things. Because if I try to half start and then I get interrupted, it fucks my whole flow up.
Yeah,
So
no, that
that's
makes
been
sense.
I've been trying to figure out exactly how to go about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think reducing decision making, was a very talked about topic a couple years ago, but I completely agree with it. Like decision fatigue can be a real thing, and just removing as many decisions as possible. It's like, yep, this is what I do. I just do this at this point in time, no negotiation. I invest every single week, no negotiation. I do this every single day, no negotiation. And that just takes away from this like hopscotch, like I'm constantly in purgatory, and all of a sudden I was supposed to go to the gym, but then I told myself because I went yesterday, it's like, no, this is the schedule, stick to it.
Yeah, man. That honestly I think should be the biggest takeaway of the day of like just reiterate. I need this reiterated to myself constantly of like setting up an external structure that's in writing that you see that you follow rather than being like you were saying, Wes, like I've ran a lot, and you can always adjust. You can be like, dude, I'm genuinely burnt. I have to work out right now. I'll go take a 30-40 minute walk. But at least you're absolutely, the thing that's driving your decisions is this structure that works rather than like your day-to-day fleeting kind of emotional states.
Yep, absolutely. Who are you thinking you're going to nominate for Dude of the Week?
Oh man.
I've got to throw Jake up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jake. His name is Discord. On the Discord is Big Goose, I believe.
Nice.
He's again kind of like behind the scenes, but he's been executing literally every single day, like 100% every single day. He's never missed a day. He hasn't missed a day in months. On the scorecard team and on the workout team. So, and if anyone else to nominate, of course I always nominate Ray because he's the same exact way, shows up every single day, etc. And then I'd also like to hear people's wins. If you could put those in the comments, what are your wins? Really? You might be nominated off of that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna toss ASB in there too, just for his glorious return / promotion.
That was a glorious return. That was a glorious return, man.
I mean, he's talking about it. That's all you got to do. That's what we're all about here. Just helping dudes just live their lives, dude. ASB is a shining example of a dude who's just living his life, dude.
That is a perfect example. You're 100% correct on that.
Gunther had a big W as well.
Oh, what happened? I didn't see
I
it.
don't know. I just see Tiger Boy saying he had a big dub. Patty P saying he's going to go for dude of the week next week. Yeah, so I'll toss Gunther up. I'm unsure of his huge W. I think I know what it is, but I'm not totally positive. So I'll let him answer for himself.
I'm gonna look in the comments right now.
Ah, there we go. Yep, that's what I thought it was. Yep.
Oh, finally moved some stuff out.
Yeah, that's a big W. That was a long time. That was a bit of one of those slow patience things, which is pretty sick.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he said he kept his cool during it. So Gunther, I hope you don't mind me sharing this just on the audio, but so Gunther had a breakup weeks ago. I think he said 8 weeks ago, and it's just kind of been a long, tedious, exit, closing the loop, and it seems like that just finally happened. She moved all of her stuff out, and the most important thing is he said he kept a level mind, which, man, that I give you props for that, man. That is difficult to do, buddy.
Yeah, the fact that didn't evolve into just like screaming at somebody or fighting someone's dad or cousin is pretty impressive.
Yeah, we had a friend, Matt and I have a mutual friend, where they divorced actually, and the mothers ended up getting into a fist fight in a Target parking lot.
What?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, one of our mutual buddies.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks. It always happens in like a Target or like a Walmart or something.
It does. That's where it goes down there. It's basically the octagon out there.
Also, huge win for Ray, teaching his daughter how to ride the bike in the driveway. I mean, awesome.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Chalupa Cabra said teaching his daughter to ride her bike in the driveway he kicked his neighbor out of. Double win. Hilarious. All right, dude. I think we got so we got I'm gonna toss this thing down now.
Do it.
All right, dude of the week. Let's go. What the hell? All right, polls up,
brother.
dude. Polls up between Jake, Big Goose, Ray, ASB, and Gunther.
All right.
Oh,
It's a close race, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray's pulling away a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, Gunther's sneaking in there.
Yeah, Gunther's tough. I think with ASB, everybody just like he's just performed at such a high level for so long, we get used to it.
True.
Got one vote in there though.
True. He's got someone toss their hat in the ring. I don't know. Ray seems to be the leader. Can everyone see the poll in real time?
Oh yeah, I can.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's real time.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. I've been over here announcing it like a psychopath. I didn't think you guys could see it. Oh my God. Here we go, dude. Here we go. I don't know. I'm gonna give it another 15 seconds, but this one seems to be lopsided. Oh, Ray might have a shirt now too. I'm gonna design that today.
Yes, please.
I think Ray has 4. Ray, I think you have 4. Oh my God, here we go. It's over. It's over, dude.
The men have
It's
spoken.
absolutely over. It's Ray coming. Ray was waiting for a while, dude. He was just second placing him. Bam.
Dude, if Matt, if you don't have to run, is there any way we can bring him on for a minute?
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, people are just voting more. The vote's over. Stop. The vote's over, dude. Yeah, Ray was like, he was kicking around being like, something's got to change. And he told his daughter, like, you're getting on that goddamn bike. So I'm winning. Ray, let's get him up here, dude. It's been where the hell is he at? All right, I'll find him right now.
Yeah, I thought he was on here earlier.
There he is. Oh, he's on a sales call. Damn, even better. Can we just
What an
watch you on
animal.
your sales call?
Yeah, so I think he sold a painting, he said, like for 25 grand a few days ago or recently, and then now he's trying to sell a $50,000 painting. So yeah, man, he's crushing it. He's absolutely crushing it. Plus, he brings a great energy, makes everybody laugh in the process.
For sure.
Yeah, man. He's just, and I think he's also being a great leader for his family. I think he said his wife and his kids are now doing similar types of habits, etc. So hell yeah, man. Ray, congratulations, brother. You deserve it. Thanks for leading all of us, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I echo all of that. He's the best. He's just He rules, and it's like it pumps me up big time just to see him just kind of be in the I don't know if this is the right word, but just kind of like the centrifuge for like his family's energy and just kind of mixing things up and kind of being the epicenter of all the stuff that a father's supposed to be. So I'm pumped on that.
Yeah, and one thing I got to say before we head out, Matt, unless there's something else you want to go over, but this weekend, taking my girlfriend to we're going to go to San Diego. Got a super nice hotel, like right up against the water, like all this kind of stuff. And the only reason I'm saying that is because my type of personality, and I'm sure there's similar guys on our team where it's like you just focus on the wins, but then you don't give yourself the rewards, which are the win. Like that's the extension of the wins. And every single time I do something like this, like I go and take a vacation, like always in the back of my mind, like, well, I don't want to. I want to keep on playing the game. I love it, blah, blah, blah. But then every single time I go on that vacation, I come back and say, like, why the hell don't I do that more? Like, why as men don't we reward ourselves more? We need to do that and bring the people that you love along for the ride. So does that make sense? Like,
absolutely, dude.
I think we all need to hear that. Matt, you need to hear it. I need to hear it. Everybody needs to hear it. Like, when you're on the path of progress, you have to make sure that you give yourself the rewards that you deserve.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm the worst with that. I constantly am like, let's wait. But yeah, this summer I'm really trying to like take some trips and do all that stuff.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Absolutely.
So.
Cool, bud. Anything else, dude?
Well, no, dude, I'm fucking pumped, man. Pumped you're going down to Dago, dude.
Oh yeah, man. Gorgeous. Have you ever been to San Diego?
Yeah. San Diego's awesome.
So gorgeous, man. Yeah, they got and we're right up against the wall. Oh yeah, it's gonna be an awesome time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, even with Airbnb too, I tell everyone like, dude, just take a weekend, man. If you can, obviously. But you'd be surprised. You can find a place. You can find places for pretty cheap, man. Just go out like somewhere, even if you just spend some time where it's like, you get some greenery and some nature. And if you're living in greenery and nature, it's like go spend a day in a city, a weekend in a city if you can. Again. Just if you can do it, do it. Don't. I do the same thing where I'm like, no, I can't do it right now. And I look at it I'm like I could totally easily do this. Why do I not do this?
Yep. So. Yeah, and I think it'd be cool just throwing this out there in the universe for you, me, Butterly, Rainey, and like our core goals group that meets in the year. If we could have like almost a quarter, like this quarter. Meeting on, and maybe we do a recorded session saying, hey, what are the wins for all of us as we started this journey a couple years ago?
Yeah, no, I agree. That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah, let's do it. All right, dudes,
brother.
have an awesome weekend. It's an honor fighting you by your guys' side, and have a great one.
All right, man. Later, dude.